Good morning. My name is Michelle. This is my garden, and my channel name is Halfway Homestead. I garden in mid-Missouri, and right now it is the middle of August. So today in our garden walk, which I will tell you, I have given up on some things. There are a few things that are growing really great, and I want to show those to you. And we're going to do some harvesting and planting. Yes, we're still planting. So let me turn you to see the tromboncino, and we're going to harvest a few of these. These poor plants are covered with squash bug eggs and bugs. However, they're supposed to be squash bug and squash vine borer resistant, and the bugs don't seem to be bothering the plants. So they're on here, but not causing any damage. To my other side, I will show you the honey nut squash. Same situation. They're supposed to be resistant. They have bugs, they have eggs, but it's not bothering the plants or the vegetables. So let me turn you around. Okay, right here you can see a gigantic tromboncino. Let me get my clippers. We're going to take that right off of there. Here we go. Now with this, I can treat this just like I would zucchini, or I could let it cure on the plant. Woo, that leaf tickled my neck. I could cure this on the plant and use it more of a winter squash, so something like a butternut or a honey nut. But you will see in just a moment, we have plenty of the honey nuts to use up for winter. All right, let's grab this one. Okay, this one got a little curve in it. It got kind of tangled up in the vines, and that's okay. It's still delicious. And I think that's it for tromboncinos that I want to harvest today. There are still some little ones on here, and these grow really fast. All right, I'm going to turn you around, and here we have the honey nut squash. You can see it's turning orange. I've got one. I'm going to go ahead and take this one. This one is almost completely orange. It has a little bit of a soft spot on the bottom, which is one reason I'm going to go ahead and take this one. I'm going to go ahead and cook this one up probably this weekend. I'm sure that little soft spot is because it was close to the ground and touching the boards of the raised bed. I'm just guessing that's why. I really don't know. But I know having this little soft spot, it's not going to cure and store well. So I'm going to take this one in. I'm going to check all these others to make sure they don't have soft spots. There's another one down here close to the bottom. And this one's tiny, but it's nice and firm, so I think it's going to be okay. In the winter time, I can just put these in my basement, and they store really well for winter, as long as you let them cure and turn orange on the vine. This one still has some green on it, so what I'll do is I'll put it on my drying racks, and we'll let it cure a little bit longer. It will go ahead and cure inside, it just takes it longer. And it doesn't happen as fast. So let me put these in my basket, and then we're going to go harvest some tomatoes. All right, over here I've got my Roma tomatoes. I have, let's see, 3 Roma plants. One, very beginning of the summer, was taken out by something. I don't even know. It just completely died back. And so these do look a little rough, but I'm going to go ahead and harvest some tomatoes. And I almost have enough tomatoes inside to make my pizza sauce. So some of these I am taking, even though they are not completely red, just because there is some pest damage. And I would rather go ahead and let them ripen inside rather than give the pests a chance to get to my tomatoes. Some of these are kind of small, but they will still be delicious. So a Roma tomato is what's called a paste tomato. They're not real juicy, and they're not typically used for like slicing and eating fresh, but they are great for cooking into sauces. Okay, looky there, all of that off of just one plant. I'm gonna run around to the other side and see what else we've got. This plant, can you see me? Yeah. Fell over, and I was so afraid that it was gonna break off at the base, but it didn't. I was able to tie it back up, and it has done okay. Oops, that one's got bug damage. I'm just going to drop it down. We'll let the bugs have the rest of that one. Oh, here's some over here. I do think putting these tomato plants this close together in the raised bed, I'm not opposed to them being in the raised bed. I just put them too close together, and they're really crowding each other out. So here we go. Here is our tomato harvest for this morning. A couple of them have a little bit of a bad spot, but I can cut that off. We can work around that. This one there at the top has a spot, so that other one I dropped down was just pretty, it was a pretty deep spot. Okay, now I'm going to take you off the tripod. All right, I took you off the tripod so I can give you a better look of things. Sometimes it's easier for me to take the phone off that I use for my camera. Down here next to the popcorn is my celery. This celery by this time of year should be big and ready to harvest, and it just has not done well. And so, which is okay because I preserved enough last year that I still have lots and lots. This is my popcorn. Okay. I was out here last night and I was so disappointed because I didn't see any ears forming, but I see that one right there this morning. So maybe, oh, and here's, can you see this right here? Here's another one. But this popcorn is definitely starting to tassel, and I was worried that it was tasseling and not making ears, but okay. Yay, this morning we see a few. Okay, and you can see the bees are loving the tassels, helping to pollinate. All right, let's turn around this way. Here's our Roma tomatoes, and we do have a jalapeno pepper right here. Has some little peppers on it. This is supposed to be a grande jalapeno, and maybe it's not getting enough light, but they are not grande. They are tiny. My ground cherries, I did tear one out because it was just so totally crowding the tomatoes, and I think that has helped. But I may go ahead and tear out this other one. Moving on over, my very sad looking cantaloupe vines, but I do have one melon left on there, not quite ready, although it smells amazing. Then I have my snail vine and my sweet potato vine coming up through the middle. If I get as many blooms as there are buds, I'm going to be so excited. Love, love, love snail vine. Okay, I'm going to give you a quick look at the rest of the garden, and I will tell you, I have completely given up on the grass. We have our sweet potato bags, which are not ready yet. The corn, sweet corn, I may pick a couple of those today. They look like they might be ready. And grass, grass, grass. In there we have our green beans. We did get some more rain a couple days ago, so we might actually get another flush of beans. And I'm going to take you around the other side. Let's look at the corn. Okay, I was looking at this one last night, and there is some worm damage at the top, but look at those kernels. They look fantastic. So I think I'll come through and pick a few, at least for us to have for fresh eating, just the next couple of days, and we'll see how it is. If it's really good, I'll come out and harvest the rest, and we'll be done with the corn. Okay, this sunflower, I tell you what, is a good 10 feet tall, and look at that bloom. See if I can zoom in on it. It's gorgeous, and the bees are loving it. So that sunflower is, I believe it was called a mammoth sunflower, and goodness sakes, look at the size of this stalk, which I have small hands, but my goodness, it's like a tree trunk. All right, we have our zinnias that are looking so beautiful, and something has been laying in the middle of my corn. I don't know if you can see it right in there. Some of it is mashed down. Could have been Daisy, but she typically doesn't get in between the plants like that. So it may have been a deer or something. I don't know. It'll be all right. Oh, I do see some beans. Okay, so I will have to come out here and pick beans. The plants look pretty rough, but if they're still producing and I still see blooms, I'll take it. More zinnias and okra. This okra is probably about 4 feet tall now and has not yet started blooming. No baby okras in there yet. The yellow squash, oh, there's a couple in there. Good. I really thought this had just completely died, but it's not looking too bad. So I'll come through and harvest those squash as well. Turn you around. So we have our wall of green beans. I see a few tomatoes down here I can get, if they're not too buggy. That plant has really had trouble with bugs. And we have our peppers that finally are doing something. Okay. I have some, look here, a tiny little pepper. These are the, let's see if I can say it right, Pippin's Golden Honey. These 3 plants right here. I haven't gotten anything off of them yet, but they're supposed to be a really good snacking pepper. Okay, over here we've got some peppers. I don't remember which one this is, but we've got blooms. Here's some more pepper plants with blooms. Oh, there was a big grasshopper in there. Oh, there's a little one. Okay. I don't remember which one this is. Okay. And then I think these last 3 are bell peppers. And I don't see anything in there. There are some blooms, so that's encouraging. Oh, here we go. There's a little pepper forming right there. Okay, good. All right. Oh, we've got some more tomatoes down here. Those are the ones called Saucy Lady. Okay. And our wall of beans. The honey nut that we had here in the middle has completely died, but there's a couple fruits. So I'm going to go ahead and harvest those fruits and let them cure the rest of the way inside. Okay, now we're up at the raised beds where I have planted some broccoli, let's see, carrots, dill. There's a tree coming up in there. I need to dig that out. What else? Beets And then over on the end, I put sugar snap peas. This particular bed has had terrible, terrible germination. And I don't know why. I don't know if something came through and ate my plants. I don't know if this is one of the first raised beds I had. And so this soil that's in here, which is composted cow manure, is now 3 seasons old. So, but I did fertilize this before I planted. So not sure what's going on, but I thought I would show you. There was a broccoli here. It has been completely eaten down to nothing. I'm assuming by a bug. Here's a broccoli here and some grass coming up next to it. This broccoli has also been munched on. Pull that grass. And then in this bucket, there is a broccoli. There should have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 broccolis in this bed. And we've had 3, and now 1's gone. So I'm going to cover this little guy back up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to replant those broccolis. Let's see. I am using, excuse me, the Green Magic broccoli from Seeds and Such. It is a hybrid, and it is supposed to be somewhat heat tolerant. So I'm going to go back in. Man, this soil is so dry. Maybe that's my problem. We just had a bunch of rain, and it is so dry. Okay, so let me grab a seed. I'm going to go ahead and put in 2. Just hopefully we can get some good germination. And I'm going to go ahead and cover wherever I plant with my little buckets. Maybe that will help some. Okay. Let's see. I should have had one right here. I think I just dropped about 4 in there. Okay. Okay, and then there should have been one right here. Now, in this bed where I had such terrible germination, there are a few carrots coming up. Oh man, the bugs found my coffee. Darn it. Okay, I guess I know better than to bring coffee out without a lid. All right. Okay, I'm going to go on the other side and get those 2 planted. I'm not going to come back through in this bed with any more carrots or beets or dill. For one, the dill that I bought, I don't want to waste on a bed that may not produce anything. And I do think I'm going to come in through here with some radishes. I don't like radishes, but I know people that do. And they are a really good soil fixer. So radishes grow really fast. I think what did I see? Okay, so this particular kind is a watermelon radish. It was just a cheap packet of seeds. I think it's one that my daughter found on clearance for like 10 cents. So I'm not going to be heartbroken if they don't produce anything, but I do think that this bed could use some work. It does need some more soil too, which I'll talk to my friend Mike about getting some more in here. But I'm going to go ahead and throw in some radish seeds. And then in the bed behind me, let me take you and show you that one. Okay, this is the other bed. And we're having some of the same problems. There was a broccoli right there, and it has been eaten down to nothing. Here we have a tiny, tiny broccoli. On the other side, more tiny broccolis and more broccolis that have been eaten down to nothing. So I'm going to replenish these or replant these broccolis. Again, I do think I'm going to go ahead and throw in some more carrots. In part because they were one of those 10-cent packets that my daughter got on clearance. And hopefully they will go ahead and germinate. There are a few things germinating. There's like right there's some dill. Right there's a, I don't know if you can see it, there's a beet. Down here we've got, well, we have nothing. Okay, I thought there were some carrots down in here, but it could be my fault because it's hot. We haven't had a lot of rain. I mean, my goodness, the first part of summer, we were getting so much rain, things were rotting. And now we're to the point in August, which I knew would happen, or I suspected would happen. Now we're to the point of not getting any rain and things are drying up. So I need to be more diligent in coming out here and watering these raised beds, in part because the raised beds drain so much faster. And these little seedlings are so delicate and they just need more support. So I'm going to finish planting these beds and then we're going to go work on the Greenstalk. That bed is replanted. Now, I am going to go ahead and go in here with a few of these radishes just because I have some left in my hand. I'm going to go around what I do see germinating. And I'm planting them kind of thick because, like I said, I don't care if I get anything out of them. I want to just help the soil. And I'd rather something be growing than nothing. I don't want it sitting idle. Weeds like to grow where it's idle. Okay, that's the rest of them. Okay, let's see here. Do I need, yes, I do need to put more broccoli in this one. Okay, there's some broccoli. These seeds are so tiny, you don't want to bury them too deep, or they'll have that much more trouble germinating. And there's that one. Let's see, this one's good. Those are good. Let's get this one. Okay, now I'm going to go on the other side and do carrots. Get my little digger over there. I'm going to move you down here so you can see better and not be looking at my backside. So I am using little trash cans. These come from Dollar Tree. There's another tree coming up in there. And when I bought these, Dollar Tree was still $1. Now they have transitioned to being $1.25 and have expanded their inventory to now where they have like $3 stuff and $5 stuff. But I'm glad I got these at $1. Not that $1.25 would break me, but if I can get something for $1 instead of $1.25, it's that much better. All right, I'm just going to go in with some carrots. I'm probably just going to use up this whole packet. And I will have to just thin these out later. I hate thinning carrots, but I really want to get something growing in here. Okay. I did see on a YouTube channel that Haas Tools offers carrot seeds in a tape. And so it's like a long piece of almost like toilet paper, but it's just tape width. And it has carrot seeds embedded into it. And so you can just lay down that tape and put a little soil over the top and water it, and you get carrots. So I may invest in at least one packet of that for next year just to see how it does, because I think that would be amazing. You would not have to do hardly any thinning with your carrots. All right, I'm going to water these in, and then we will go to the porch and work on the Greenstalk. Okay, I lost my microphone, battery died, but I'm hoping you can hear me. There's the tomatoes we got 2 tromboncinos. I went ahead and picked 2 ears of corn for us to try them out, 4 honey nuts, 2 yellow squash, and a wonderfully smelling cantaloupe. Okay, my microphone has died, so I'm hopeful that you can hear me. If not, I will cut out this part of the video and do it at another, just show it to you at another time. But my Greenstalk that sits up here on the front porch, some of it is just amazing. Like, look at these beautiful wave petunias. The hummingbirds have loved these. Absolutely loved them. The cosmic cherry petunias have done well, but they are really looking, well, let me show you on this other side. They're looking very sad. So what I'm going to do, I had contemplated taking out all of the petunias and transferring my strawberries into this Greenstalk. What I'm going to do for now is I'm going to take out this top layer of cosmic cherry petunias, and I'm going to put in some lettuce and some spinach. And that way we will have it for the fall. And little secret, I did buy myself another Greenstalk just for strawberries. Or it's a beautiful blue. It's the blueberry color. I may put petunias in that and put the strawberries in this. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But it's here, and I can't wait to open it up and get it going. But most likely I'll wait till spring to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and tear off this top layer. I've got my beautiful lid. This is a fairly new product of Greenstalk, and this opens for easy watering. Then on top we have the watering vessel, or it holds water. Dirty. Okay. And then we have our top layer of Greenstalk. Let me bring you over here so you can see this. So this is what it looks like without the top watering vessel and the lid. I am going to just pull these plants out, and I have some seeds here. I'm going to do some spinach, which spinach is a fairly quick 48 days. So we are at, oh, what is today? Today is August 15th, middle of August. And so I have 45 days. So let's see, August, September. By mid-October, I should have broccoli, or spinach. This one is called a Paris Island. It's more of a romaine type, and it does not say how many days to maturity on this one. But I'm going to go ahead and plant it and see what happens. This is a Bib lettuce that I'm going to plant, and it has a little bit longer. It says 70 days. So again, into like late October, I should be able to pick this one. And this one is a mesclun sweet salad mix, and it's 30 days. So if you think about it, I've got different times I'm going to be able to pick lettuce, providing they actually germinate and grow, providing I remember to water the Greenstalk. So we've got a 30-day, a 60-day, or no, 30, 45, don't know this one, and 70. So I think that sounds good. We'll have different levels or layers of lettuces that we can get. All right, first let's get this pulled out. Ideally, I would like to just cut these off and leave the roots in the green stalk to break down, but I'm going to go ahead and pull them out. I didn't bring anything up here to gather my garbage, so I'm just going to toss it here on the porch and I'll come back to get it. This was a sweet alyssum and it has completely fizzled out. My kitchen window is right there beside you, and another one behind you, and oh my gosh, this one really rooted out. Okay. I love standing there at my kitchen window at the sink while I'm washing dishes, or just stand there, look out the window, and I can see the hummingbirds and the butterflies. Goodness sakes, look at those roots, enjoying these petunias. Okay, oh, that's a rosemary. I'm going to leave that one. And this was a marigold that did not do any good. It had a couple blooms on it, and that was it. Okay, we're going to leave the rosemary. I'm going to kind of loosen up my soil and rake it up towards the front of these pockets. Boy, that's dry in there. Goodness sakes. Okay, let's get, well, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pockets. Let's do one of each lettuce, and then, oh, and it's full of ants. And I will do 2 of the spinach. Now these seeds were packaged in 2023, so they're older seeds. I'm going to go ahead and put several in here, and we'll hope for at least a couple to germinate. Ooh, lots of ants. Yucky. Okay, put it over there. This one is the spinach. I'm going to do 2 of the spinach. I think I tore off the date that says when this one was packaged. That's okay. I'm still going to do several. Yeah. Bury those, not too deep. Okay. I'll do the Paris Island romaine type. Oh my gosh, they are so tiny. This one, was packaged in 2021. So I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle this whole packet in here and hope for the best. And then the bib lettuce was 2023. So I'm a little bit of a seed hoarder. We'll call it a seed collector. I'm going to go ahead and use all of that as well. Cover those up. All right. I am going to go ahead and water this in. Then I'll get my top and lid put back on, water everything else, and I think that we are pretty much done for today. So friends, thank you for hanging out with me in the garden this morning. Again, it is mid-August. It is super hot, super dry. And I have already gone back to work. I am a school teacher, and so this was my first week back to work, although today's Friday and we had today off. So far it's just been teacher meetings and workshops, and then on Monday we start with kids. So say a little prayer for me as we start our school year, and I hope you have a beautiful day and happy gardening. Bye.